All right, greetings to a Mr. Smoothie employees. This is Zafar. I'm going to be showing you how to use our new, finally designed POS system for Mr. Smoothie store in Utica. The POS system comes with a touchscreen, but for this training purposes, I'm going to be using my mousepad. So this is the first screen you guys are going to be introduced as soon as you start your shift, or anytime when you change the shift, or whenever you have to come and clock in or clock out. So at the beginning you can actually use this part of the screen to enter your user ID and also password. There's also alternative option over here on the clock sign that you can click, and the window will pop up to request to enter your password and also your ID. So if you are going to use this window, make sure to select keyboard. That will give you option to enter your numeric or your lettered ID or password. But in my case, when you clock in at the beginning, I think it would be much more convenient to use this part. So let's start the demonstration. I will try to be as detailed as possible. After this training, if you guys have any questions, feel free to text me. You got my number, or give me a call and I can go through with you through any questions that you might have. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. I created actually another kind of a fake employee, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use that very quickly. First we have to enter our ID, and then we'll have to select our password. Oops, okay, I made a mistake. Let's try it again. So it's going to be user ID and then the password. All right, so if you just start your shift, the POS will prompt you to go ahead and clock in. So make sure to go ahead and clock in, otherwise without clocking you will not be able to use the system, just like in our previous POS. So when it prompts you, you must clock in before you can log in. Would you like to clock in? Please make sure to select yes. Simple. All right, so here's the main page. To your left side, you'll see several columns: gift card, fruit smoothie, frozen coffee, and so on. Every time when you select one of those tabs, you're going to have a choice of product to select. Fruit smoothie, you got medium, large, small, and of course our favorite green smoothie. Frozen coffees, small frappe, medium frappes, kids creams or medium creams. Organic smoothies, same thing. Fountain drinks. I tried to make it simplified, so we have medium drinks, large, bottled water, and of course small drinks. Miscellaneous. This is where you will find your extra fruit option, supplement option, yogurt cone, yogurt cups, yogurt cup with fruit. Now make sure every time when you sell yogurt cup with extra fruit, select this option. For the protein, it is highlighted in white so it can easily be recognized. Bananas, feel free to sell bananas, however we have to charge, and that is actually appropriately priced. Whipped cream, from now on whipped cream is going to be with additional cost. And of course our favorite slushies, small, medium, and large. So admin Z, this is a available option for me to include any special sales like buy one get one free, or any seasonal drinks or any other flavors. So this is where you will find any special flavored smoothie, frappe, or any other product that's going to be promoting. All right, moving forward, here at the bottom row we're going to have very important key factors. First one is the start and shift. So if you are scheduled for a opening shift or even closing shift, we always have to start and count the drawer in the morning and count the drawer at night. So morning shift, this is the option you're going to select before you run any transaction. So go ahead and select that. A window will pop up. You will have to count all your cash and then enter amount of change cash by given spots over here. So if you have pennies, let's say 28 cents, and then you have nickels, maybe 5 of them, and then dimes, we have about $1, and so on. So you're gonna make sure that to enter all your cash, it's going to be roughly about 150 or so. So once you enter all your cash, oh here, let's add some more dimes here. There we go. So now we have about 150.03, just for example. But usually your cash drawer will be roughly about 150 plus minus 2.20, 30 cents, whatever that is. So once you count your cash, you're gonna go ahead and press OK. It's gonna prompt you to make sure that this counting has been done correctly. So press yes if it is. And now your shift is open. Click OK. So if we have another individual scheduled to come in later on the day, they can choose this option called time clock. And the same thing, they will enter a password, they will enter their ID, available keyboard to enter any of those informations. Press OK and good to go. Tax exempt. This is something that we might be using every once in a while. As you know, we have customers who come with the certificate of tax exemption. In many cases, those would be government employees. On the small purchases, they don't usually use them, but if somebody comes and shows you a certificate of tax exempt, once you select their desired product, you will have to highlight all of these products and then select tax exempt. Confirm by entering your password and ID just to make sure that this option has not been selected by incidental. And it will apply the tax. It will reduce. It will take off the tax from the purchase. All right, moving forward, customer's last order. This is where you can actually select and then pull out a last few transactions. Today's sales. This is just to let us know where we're at up to that given moment with the sales. Open the cash drawer. Now this is going to be very important. I don't like cash drawers to be open with no specific or reasonable reason. Every time when this option is selected, time, date, down to the seconds will be registered on the employee's name. This is just to prevent fraud of using this function for not business purposes. So use it as needed. Otherwise, try avoid using this option. On-screen keyboard. If for some any reason you need to have access to the keyboard, here it is. You got your numbers, you got your letters. Otherwise, this option will help you to search for the item based on SKU code. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about the options that have been selected during the transactions. So here we have right now small frappe and small kids. If customers wants to add something else to their menu, you can choose this option, show menu. That's going to bring you back to the menu option. Choose your department, let's say organic, and then select a organic medium smoothie. Maybe we are going to add a protein and whipped cream. So we're going to go to miscellaneous, add the protein, add the whipped cream, maybe extra banana. Of course, those options are available for any smoothies. And if their kids want a small slushie and maybe a yogurt cup. All right, in some cases, customers might change their mind. If that's the case, choose the option that doesn't need to be ringed up, or if they choose not to buy it, let's say organic menu. So we're going to select and choose the option delete. It will take off the menu. So in case if you have a mall employee, let's say mall employee comes up, we offer them 10% discount. Many of you might think that line discount will be an option. Now, just to let you know, this option is disabled regardless of whatever you put. It's not going to give you option to move forward. So in order to give a mall employee 10% discount, you will have to highlight all of those options that they have purchased on this screen, on the tab. and then go to a customer lookup. On the customer lookup, second option is a bold employee discount. Select, and then also press select, and their discount will be applied for the entire purchase. All right, so changing quantity, modifying, reordering around, the transfer, those options are not available for our store. These options are intentionally designed for a high-end restaurants such as Applebee's, where they can modify tickets and transfer them from one individual to another individual and so on. So just forget about those options. In this column, you will basically use a delete option if you need to delete any of those items over here, or show menu, so you can go back to the menu and select any additional items to your transaction. So moving forward, let's go ahead and complete this transaction. Once you select all of the desired option into the tab, we're going to go ahead and select pay. Here at the bottom, we have shortcuts for different type of bills. Otherwise, you can enter any amount that customer gives you, let's say including change. Oops. Let me clear this. 502. No, it's not giving me. So let's say the total is 1464 and customer wants to give you 1575, something with change. So you're going to go ahead and 15, make sure to select that option, and then 50 cents. And that would be the amount it's going to give you if their cash transaction comes with the change. Then you're going to select let's say in this case, it's going to be cash. Select cash. Computer will actually prompt you to print the receipt. In many cases, customers, they don't need receipt. So this option comes up at the end of each transaction to preserve paper. So if no receipt is needed, go ahead and select no. Otherwise, you can press yes and provide them a copy of the receipt. So if you notice, we didn't see amount of change that needed to be given. That change will show you soon after transaction in this window right over here, in this part of the window. So during the busy time, this is it. 86 cents needs to be provided for the change. Moving forward, next customer comes up, let's say frozen coffee. Well, let's say we're going to add some whipped cream. Go to fountain drink and select maybe small fountain drink. And then we're going to select a pay option. And in this case, they want to pay Visa, MasterCard, or any other type of credit card. Since this POS, it's not yet connected to our credit card terminal, for the temporary reasons, I want you to select this check option. Select check. There's a code 123. Enter. Give them a receipt, and then use their card in our external credit card terminal to complete the transaction. All right. Otherwise, don't use external, don't use gift card, don't use debit, and don't use EBT. Those options will remain on the screen, but I don't want them to be used because they are not programmed. Even if you go to external credit card, this option will not allow you to enter any numbers. So once again, if it's cash, you're going to select cash option over here. If it's Visa, MasterCard, or any other type of credit cards, just select check and enter code 123. Enter, and that's it. And then you'll have to, of course, complete your transaction by using external credit card. All right, so let's say the day is over and we need to do end of the day report. What you're gonna do, you're gonna have to go to your start end shift again, and this is after days being over. You will have to enter all of the amount of cash you have in your drawer down to the penny. So let's say we have 29 pennies. We got about 30 or so nickels. We have about maybe 10 dimes. Maybe we have 20 quarters. We're gonna have, let's say, $150 of 150 single dollar bills, maybe 20 of fives, let's say 10 100s, and then we have about 20 20s, and maybe a couple 50s and a $100 bill. So Now we have $957.79 money in our drawer. So let's go ahead and select OK. It will confirm. It will ask you to confirm, so press yes. And then you will have to, okay, I intentionally did more than what we're supposed to do. Please recount your drawer. Here's the thing, the software is programmed to keep that drawer at 150. So what you need to do is leave $150 in the register, and that is the amount it's going to be accepted by the register. Let's say 150. This is to prevent that, cash amount that will be left inside the cash drawer will not be over or less than 150. So once you press confirm and yes, it will let you move forward. And it will print the receipt. So the shift is closed. However, we still need to do a end of the day report. So you're going to go to the Managers tab, go to Tools, then select End of the Day. It will prompt to ask you to enter your password. And then your user ID. Then press OK. So when you do end of the day report, any individuals who are actually clocked in will automatically be clocked out. And this is why this question is going to be coming up. So are you sure you want to do this? You're going to go ahead and press yes. All right, so last but not least, one more time overview of clocking and clocking out option. Here at the bottom corner, you're going to select this option, enter your password, and then enter your user ID number, and then press OK. So now you have an option if you're going to leave for a break, coming back from break, you're going to be clocking out or you're going to be clocking in. So this option is also available from the inside of the POS. So in order to get into the system, you have to enter your ID. Hold on a second. And then enter your password. Okay, so if you need to clock in or clock out, you can use this option over here, time clock. So let's try it again. We're going to enter our password, our user ID, press OK, and there we go. Clock in or clock out. So this way, if you're going to use this option on the screen, you don't have to exit the system. If it's a Saturday or Sunday, busy day, quickly clock in or clock out, and then the next individual or employee can continue with the process of sales. And so this concludes our training, online training. If you guys have any questions, please give me a call. I wish you guys best luck, and that's it.